To know your impressions about the Digital Nomad Festival here in Tirana.
Yeah, so far, I mean, looks like lots of young, smart, sort of like people and very enthusiastic. So always a good thing, right? And I do think I like these type of events because you bring sort of like outside new ideas and mixing with sort of like the local ideas. And for us, we get to learn and see new things as well too. So that's exciting.
And as a professional, so what do you think about the ecosystem of investing here in Albania and fundraising?
Yeah, I just don't, I'll be honest, it's hard for me to answer because I just landed like 2 hours ago. So this is my entry point. My guess is that it's probably at the very early stages, and that's why I'm here to learn.
And you know, like in the Western Balkans and also in the Southeast Europe, there is this kind of, let's say, paradigm about startups, and young people are finding it very hard. So what would be your advice to them?
The thing I tell you is just like, it's supposed to be hard, right? And so, you know, it's not easy in Silicon Valley either. It's supposed to be hard, but if you're working on something that's super interesting, that you personally find interesting, and you happen to be learning a lot from it, doesn't matter what you do later on, this will be useful experience for you.
And you also have a lot of connections, I guess, with a lot of digital nomads around the world.
Yeah, I many of my friends.
So what do they search when they come to a country, and what should Albania offer to them? What we should do?
So at the end of the day, it's good weather, which the place is amazing, beautiful scenery, nice people, and great food. And relatively low cost structure comparatively to Western Europe, right? And there's a lot to see here, right? You have the oceans, you have like the mountains, and also the interesting mix, right? Because the old historical mix of being at the crossroads of sort of like many empires and countries, like it's an interesting mix of everything. And so there's a lot. I actually have a whole bunch of very, very good friends who've actually come through here and who've lived here for like 1 or 2 or 3 months and have said great things. So that was a big part of my influence of just coming here and checking it out.
So you said this is your second time in Albania. What has changed since the first time?
I haven't been here long enough to sort of say, but it's definitely a much more exciting city. First time I came out here was in, let me say 2013. And I came out here to speak at a marketing conference. Was it 2012? Yes, 2013. It's 2013. And it was a little bit more of a quieter city. And this is a much more vibrant and exciting city than at least compared to back then.